Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Excel Basics. Okay, so today we're going to go into functions. All right. Uh, Before we start with functions, I believe everyone who is here would probably have at least some basic knowledge of maths. So we're going to build on that. All right. So we have here, okay, so, basic amounts here, and we're going to do some calculation. All right. So there are a few types of calculations that is available. Okay, so we have the plus. Oops, plus. Generally, if we if we just put the plus, it will actually change into the start of the formula. Okay, so plus, minus, equals. All these are generally make will have a will make you start the equation. All right, so minus, okay, and also equals. All right, so equals is a most generic one, and generally everyone will start with equals. Normally people do not start with plus or minus. Okay, but I'm just going to put here divide as well as times. Okay, so at least you can see what happens when I do each of it. So if I put plus, all right, 10 plus 25 plus 2, we will get 37. Whereas if I do the other way, minus again. So you can see here, if you use your calculator, you will be able to see how it works. You'll be able to get the same answer. So Excel is generally a very big calculator. Okay, a calculator that can do multiple. So in this case, 10 divided by 25 before being divided by 2. All right. And finally, we also have multiply. So 10 multiply with 25 and then multiply with 2. Oops. And we will get 500. So it works all the same. Okay. And it can change accordingly. All right. So if you can test out with with your calculator, and then you'll be able to see that you'll be able to get the same answer here. All right. Now, when we go into when we want to view what calculations that we made, there are two ways. One is we can look in the formula bar up here. Okay, the second way is if we double click. All right, if we double click in the cell, we'll be able to see the formula that is being used. Okay, so now if we want to compare, okay, uh, with parentheses. All right. Now, parentheses, or in other words, the brackets, are very important. So if you remember your maths, okay, if you remember your maths, brackets can make a change. So for example, this is no parentheses. Now, if I'm going to add bracket at the 5 and the 8, all right, it becomes, so if you know your maths well, we will have to do the 5 and we have to add together the 5 and the 8 first. So 5 plus 8, 13, then we do the multiplication and so on. So you see that there will be a change, okay, in the amount. Similarly, okay, if I put a parenthesis here, all right, two parentheses here, it will have a different change. So you can try this in your calculator, but you notice that all the brackets makes a big difference. So similarly, you can test this out. Okay, if I have one parenthesis, and then if I have two parentheses. So the parentheses can go anywhere, but it always follow the BODMAS. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you learn about the BODMAS. Okay, basically it's the brackets first, then the operations basically from left to right, and then division, multiplication, additions, and subtraction. Okay, we'll always follow that order. So same thing on Excel, any calculation will follow that order. All right. Uh, One more thing. Okay, now previously, I've mentioned two ways to look at the formula. Okay, so number one is we can click on the formula bar and we'll be able to see the formula. The second way is if we double click on the cell itself that we want to look at. There's actually an additional third way, which is rarely used, but it will be good when you have a whole worksheet or formulas, and it will really help you be able to trace where what comes from where and so on. So what you do is you go to the formula tab, all right, under the where you go, under the formula auditing group. Okay, you see show formula. So if you click on that, okay, then you'll be able to see each cell that has formula. It will be shown as the formula. Okay, so as long as this is activated, you'll be able to see. Of course, you can also use the shortcut control apostrophe, I guess. Oops. Yeah. All right, so that is all for today. Thank you very much.